Episode 201. A Fight Between Men. Of course. Jake looked at Serena and comforted her silently. I will just drink a little. She was speechless. Jake then glanced at Henry. Do you want to drink as well, Godfather Henry? The real father will compete against you. Henry's hands quivered. He looked up and saw Jake's teasing look. This guy said that on purpose. Godfather. Real father. Ha ha ha. Sure. Henry struck the table. Seeing the waitresses carrying 24 beers, he waved his hand. Open them all. Serena was shocked and pulled Jake's sleeve. Don't drink too much. I know what I'm doing. He comforted her while secretly calculating. Here, to the real father of the baby. Henry poured a glass of beer, gazing at Jake. Jake said with contempt, A glass? You need to at least finish the bottle to show respect for the father. Henry did not respond. Here, to the baby's godfather. Jake took a bottle of beer and chugged it. His cheeks burning, Henry took a bottle and said, Here's 2 bottles. After drinking 1 bottle up, Henry had another one. Serena was shocked. It's very easy to get drunk like this. Henry looked at her and his look softened. It's fine. I'm a better drinker than you think. Jake bristled and sneered inwardly. Give us 2 more dozen. In less than half an hour, the 3 men had finished 6 beers. However, most of the beers were taken by Drake and Henry. After Jake drank 3 or 4 bottles, Serena forbade him to drink any more. Also, he had the perfect excuse of having to drive. Stepping aside, he watched the 2 guys compete, with his wife in his arms. Both Drake and Henry were average drinkers. After drinking that much in a short amount of time, they got drunk and started to brag. With 1 foot on the chair and 1 hand raised, Drake said, I'm telling you, at school I was one of the best-looking guys. Look at my face. Not bad, right? It's only because I am too demanding that I haven't found a girlfriend yet. My 2 sister-in-laws even thought I was gay. And you also suspected that I was... His face buried in his arms. Henry's face reddened. Stop bragging. Talking about school? When I was a student, someone chased me to my home. Sunshine knows it. Ask her. Serena chuckled. That's nothing compared to the fact that Henry was rated the best hacker on campus. He was really good. Drake scoffed and looked at the ceiling. He said in a broken voice, When I was a student, I was an international hacker. The best hacker on campus is nothing. Are you jerking your chin up at me? Henry sat straight, looking contemptuous. With both hands on the table, Drake roared. Yes, I am. I am Hacker Z. That's only because I did not want to use my talent in that area. Otherwise, do you think anyone would know your name? Naive. Drake growled as he put the beer bottle on the table. Seems that you insist on challenging me today. I know how to brag as much as you do. Henry sneered. There's no point in arguing, Jake said as he poured Serena a glass of water. A showdown could settle everything. Drake has several computers at his place. That's right. Let's go to my place. Drake walked out and curled his fingers at Henry. Let's go. Do you dare to fight me? Ha! Let's go. I'm not scared of you. Drake stumbled into Henry and put an arm around his shoulder. Henry laughed mercilessly. You can't even stand straight. What the heck is the point of a showdown? You're the one who is wobbly. Let's go now. I need to get some sleep after beating you. I'll beat you in a second, I'm telling you. Right back at you. As the two guys stumbled out together, they smelled of alcohol. Serena looked at the two of them, worried. She gave Jake a push and said, "You did that on purpose. They were drunk in the first place. Go have a look." "Nothing to be looked at. It's just a competition." He did not care at all. "You're full? Shall we go home?" Serena gave him a stare and caught up with Drake and Henry. The two guys were already out of the restaurant, supporting each other. It was a bit cold outside, and she had left her jacket in the private room. Feeling chilly, she stuck her head out and found the two guys had disappeared. She walked around and found the two of them were lying in the grass. Drake was on top of Henry. "Are you okay?" Serena let out a yelp and helped him up. Although he was drunk, Henry recognized her voice. He opened his eyes and got up. Shaking his head, he chuckled at Serena. "Sunshine." "You're drunk. I will take you home." "No!" Drake yelled and kicked Henry. "We haven't competed yet. Do you want to run away? Coward?" Henry bristled and kicked back. "Get up. Let's do it. Let's go right now." She pulled Henry back and said, "Henry, stop. You should go home." "No, Sunshine, you don't understand. It's a fight between men." He waved his hand. "That's right. This is a fight between men." Drake too got up and grabbed Henry's hand. "Don't run. Let's go." "I did not run. Go." Henry was pulled in the direction of Henry's home. Seeing the two guys were leaving, Serena shouted, "Jake!" There was no response. Serena ran towards the kanji place and found Jake walking out slowly with her jacket. She walked up and said worriedly, "Hurry! They're leaving!" Taking a glance, he said absent-mindedly, "They're in the right direction, so they can make it back." She bristled. Something bad might happen with the two of them together. "They're both grown men. What could possibly happen?" He squeezed her face. "Relax. Both of them are straight." She glanced at him and said, "I'm not worried about that, but afraid that the two of them might be too drunk to get home." "Then let's find out by following them." Jake squeezed her nose. "I'll go get a car." "All right." Jake quickly drove her to follow them. Seeing the two of them entering Drake's neighborhood, Serena felt relaxed. "Mrs. Robinson, let's go home." She nodded.